Hey y'all, so going through this breast cancer journey, I just want to talk about why is this so freaking expensive, man? Like, it is definitely health business and not health care. So ever since I've been going through this entire situation, it started out with me going to the emergency room, okay? We know that the emergency room high, and I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Your girl didn't have no insurance. I did not, because I've always had Medicaid. It don't matter what job I've worked. It don't matter how much money I've made. I'm going to keep my Medicaid because I feel like if I'm working, I'm putting my money back into the government. And I should be able to get a piece of what goes into the government. God darn it. I should be able to get a piece of it. And health insurance should be one of the things that I'm getting a piece of. That's just how I feel. Ain't nobody gonna change my mind. So, I didn't have no insurance because they told me I made too much money. I didn't qualify for Medicaid. So it is what it is. I ain't even finna fight with them. So when I went into the emergency room, that was like $2,000 and some odd dollars, because they, for one, did the ultrasound situation, and then they had to send the information over to my PCP. So when I go to my PCP, it was $185 just for me to go in and have a 5-minute conversation, for her to look over my documents from the hospital and tell me, they said that your white blood count was spiked and this is what they found on the ultrasound, so we're going to write you an order. So I paid $185 for a freaking order number on a piece of paper, right? Then I go through the nonprofit organization, because I did not qualify, even if I had insurance, for me to get a mammogram, because they don't believe in giving younger people mammograms. They want to start giving you a mammogram when you 40 freaking years old, okay? 40 years old is when they want to start giving you a mammogram. I was 32 going through all this foolishment. So bam, go through them, and then they end up paying for my mammogram. They paid for my biopsy, which my biopsy probably was like $3,000 and something odd dollars. I don't even know, because I didn't pay for it. So bam, that was covered. Now I end up getting my results back. The doctors wanted me to come in and pay $185 for them to tell me that I came back positive for breast cancer. I told them I wasn't coming in to pay $185 for a 5-minute conversation for something they could have told me over the phone, because you could have told me that over the phone. You calling me, they was calling me like 3-4 days in a row, 3-4 times in a day, starting at 7:30 in the morning, for me to come to this office up the street for me to tell me. I'm like, ma'am, can you just tell me over the phone? I know it's something bad because you're calling me and you're pressing for me to come in. Can you just tell me what it is? I already know it's positive. Ma'am, we don't want to tell you over the phone. So I told her, you know what, don't worry about it. I called the nonprofit organization, and they told me to come in, and they was the ones that gave me my paperwork and confirmed it. And then the very next day, my PCP called me going off on the phone. Like, I don't necessarily think she was going off on me. I think she was kind of frustrated because she knew the severity of the situation, and I'm not sure if she was aware that I knew what was going on. So she was like, you could just come pick up the papers, because they So she ended up calling me, telling me, hey, you need to come get these papers, because they want me to send an order number for something. She said, she was like, listen, I am a PCP. I don't know nothing about breast cancer, and you're only 33 years old. You need to get this under control because it's already out there. You know, she sounded aggravated, but I understood that it was because she knew the seriousness of the situation, right? So bam, I go up there, I get the paper. She give me 2 references, one with either Orlando Health or one with Advent Health. I'm an Advent Health kind of girly, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Florida Hospital girly. I was born at Florida Hospital. I ain't never had no kids at Florida Hospital, but I'm a Florida Hospital girly. When something goes on, I never go to Orlando Health. I never go to ORMC. ORMC with people, so I don't deal with them. So anyways, I end up choosing Advent Health. Now, the man called me to schedule my first appointment with my breast surgeon, and he was like, they're really not. I love my doctors, but all of them, I love them. They're so nice. They're so compassionate. They have so much empathy. I just love them. I love them. Even having babies, I never really experienced doctors as nice as the ones that I have, even when having children. Like, I was thinking about when I had my youngest son, I had him out in Lakeland. And I was thinking about how the people treated me. Like, I had him at a hospital where they only perform cesareans, and they brought my baby in the room, my second C-section. They brought my baby in the room. My baby was way across the room. He was crying. I had to roll myself out the bed. I was about to cry because I was in pain. I kept saying, I'm coming. Like, why would y'all do that to me? Well, like, why would y'all do that to me? Anyways, it's not about that. So, yeah. He called to schedule the appointment, and I told him, listen, I don't have no money to pay no $300 and some odd dollars for no appointments. He was like, it doesn't matter, just come in. Just come in. So he ended up scheduling the appointment. Another lady called me back. She was like, hey, it's going to be such and such. I was like, well, you can just cancel it now because I don't have money to come in. She was like, no, just come in. But I started getting aggravated because I had been getting calls all throughout the day for me to come to these appointments. But y'all giving me all these numbers, bombarding me with all of these numbers. Like, I just got all these hundreds and thousands of dollars sitting around to come to a doctor's appointment. So I was like, just cancel it. You could just cancel it. She was like, no. They want you to come in. We'll figure everything out afterwards. So, boom. I ended up having to go through the going to see my oncologist, which my first two appointments I did not pay for. But then when my oncologist instructed for me to go get the mammogram, the first mammogram was like $320. The second one for me to get the PET scan, I don't think I paid for the PET scan. I don't think that came with a price. And then I had to get another mammogram, which was $320. And then last week I had to get a mammogram, which one was $320, and then the other one was $317. And both of them was like, can you pay for it now? I was like, no. I give you a percentage. I could have paid for it, but within 2 days of each other, that was over $700. Why is this crap so freaking expensive? It's absolutely positively ridiculous. So this brings me up today. Y'all know I told y'all I start chemo Friday. This Friday coming, I start chemo. I'm looking at my infusions. I have chemo starting March 7th. My last chemo treatment is April 1st. Y'all, every treatment, $300. Once a week, $300. I don't even get paid once a week. Once a week, $300. My sister worked for a nonprofit organization. She said the wait list was closed. I looked before I even asked her. She said the wait list was closed. They weren't even accepting applications, y'all. I'm in follow-up work. They wasn't even accepting applications, y'all. Like, everybody else that she said, all the other nonprofit organizations, wait list closed. No financial assistance. So anyways, I ended up going through, I called Advent Health because the lady called me back in November after I had went into the hospital and all of that, and she called for the financial assistance, and I told her I didn't need it at the time, but I did to give her the information about like me going and getting the mammogram and the biopsy and all of that done. And so she was like, well, when you get everything situated, call us back. So I ended up calling them back in January, and they signed me up for Florida Blue. So now your girl got insurance. Not too much. Now I got insurance, but even with the insurance, my freaking payments are still high as freak. So the lady just called me from the infusion center, and she was like, I'm calling because we know you have an appointment Friday. Y'all, why they didn't send me an estimate of $450? Y'all, the thing online said it was $300. They didn't send me an estimate for $450. I said, ma'am, is it gonna be $450 every time I come in? She said, no, your deductible for the year is almost met. So once the deductible is met, it'll be covered at 100%. Y'all, I ain't even paid. Listen, thank you to the hospital because they paid my deductible. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to the hospital for giving me my insurance. This is crazy. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And y'all, I'm dizzy right now. But why I got to go get an iron infusion next Monday? Keep me near the cross, Jesus. On top of the fact that I paid $94 for my freaking medicine. $94, which is because Florida Blue is not partnered with CVS, so I'm gonna have to switch my pharmacy over to Walgreens. But I paid $94 the other day for all 5 of my medications. $100 plus Friday, that's $450 per for me, and it's health business and not health care.